Hey guys, what's going on? I have finally been able to get out and kind of get hands-on and review the Aukey Ultra HD action camera, and I've had some fun with it. My son and I did a lot of cool stuff with it. So just to kind of go over the basics, we'll go through a rundown of all the settings and everything that you can do with the camera, and then I'll actually show you some footage that we took with the camera, some pictures. Took it underwater a couple of times in the river, and go from there. All right, let's check it out. All right, so right off the bat, we have our power button here on the front. So there is no touchscreen to this like there is on the GoPro, the newer GoPros at least. But I don't know, a touchscreen that small I think would be kind of tedious. So as soon as you boot it on, you are in your film mode. And if we click the button on the front here again, snap photos, and again, I'm going to go into a photo burst. After the photo burst, there's time lapse, and we get into our settings. So you select with the button up here, obviously, or to take video or photos. So in here, we've got our settings, and you can maneuver up and down with the side buttons here. And if you wanted to select something, you would hit the button up here. So video resolution, I've got it set at 1080p at 60 frames. Of course, we can scroll up, and we can do full HD, or 4K. If you wanted to go back, hit the front button again. Looping video, we got timestamp, and you'll see in the first footage that I actually took, I didn't realize the timestamp was on, and it says it's like maybe 2017 in June. I'm not 100% sure. So the second time I took the camera out, I took that off there, but it's there at first. So you can set your exposure, photo resolution, your burst mode, your time lapse, and a continuous lapse. Power frequency, I have absolutely no idea what that is. Your language, time and date, sound indicator. You can actually turn the image upside down when you're taking a photo or recording. Screensaver, power save, which will automatically shut the camera down after so long of being inactive. And then your different formats, reset, and then I guess the version for the camera itself. Scroll down again, you hit your X up here, select with the top button, or maybe select with the front button. There we go. Also, it will connect to your phone or your iPad with its own dedicated Wi-Fi signal, and that Wi-Fi signal, all it does is show you what's on screen, and you can hit record, take photos with your phone, your iPad. It's called the iSmart DV app. So you can use that app to do all that fun stuff. On the side here, to put it into Wi-Fi mode, you actually would hit down. Your Wi-Fi's on, you connect with your device, and then it would show up on here. Hit down to get back out of that, so your Wi-Fi's now off. If you click up, you would then be able to select from your videos and your photos. So this is like a little video that I recorded with my son in the living room. We were trying to make a little video with his Matchbox cars, and he just kept slinging them across, and I couldn't even get them in the camera. They were going so fast. But he had fun with it, and that's all that really matters. So we hit the front button again, select photos, that was a burst mode, and then we just got a bunch of little photos that we were taking. The cars, there's my kid's hand, and then you just keep hitting the front button there to get back out of all this. Hold the button in, turn off. On the side here, we've got our SD card slot. We've got a mini HDMI cable that it actually comes with all the accessories. If you watched the first video, tons of accessories. And here we have power slot, micro USB, so it'll charge the battery that's in here. It does come with 2 batteries, which is very handy. But I will say the batteries last a pretty good amount of time. And to get to the batteries, pop right out through there. And the only other thing that I will mention with this is the waterproof casing. To get into it, there's the latch here. So you would pull it back towards, and it works pretty well. Like I said, we had it in the water. And the buttons on the side are a nice metal, and you can see they press in and easily hit the buttons on the camera themselves. So let's go and check out the footage that we actually took with it. We had one really nice day a couple of Saturdays ago, and my family and I went to the river, and what we did was just kind of hang out. The first time my kids had been there, they had a lot of fun. We kind of shot a little bit of B-roll, and then my son and I took a pretty long hike down to an easy access spot for the river that wasn't too crowded. Actually, it wasn't crowded at all because no one was like a mile and a half away on a trail. But my son was a trooper, and he got to walk on the train tracks on the way back. He's 4 years old, loves trains. So there was that, and then we actually went one other time, just him and I, this past Monday, I believe, and we had a lot of fun there too. So he wanted to go back, and he told me he wanted to bring the camera so we can stick it in the river again. So here's the footage from all that. We are going to test out the Aukey action camera in the river. Brought my son out here, and we're just going to have some fun, test out the water resistance real quick, and then we got a long hike back. We had the camera in water. Didn't look like any water leaked into the case or anything like that, so everything looks good. We'll take it home, test out the footage. Hey, Carrick.
What?
You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's get going. So this is essentially what vlogging would look like on the Aukey action camera. Not sure it's something that you're really going to want to do. The trail that we took to get down here is really muddy, so we're actually taking the railroad tracks back. Yeah. And this is also just to test out the sound on the camera as well, because GoPros, even though this isn't a GoPro, are known to have pretty terrible sound. So there's your sound. Now let's get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice day, and my son wanted to come back down to the river, and so it gave us a chance to come down and shoot a couple of photos with the Aukey camera and take a little more video, and we stuck it underwater again because, you know, you got to keep a 4-year-old entertained. And then of course, no trip down here could ever end without an illegal walk on the what?
Train tracks.
On the train tracks, yes. So the footage we took on it, I think the footage from the camera itself looks really good. The photos aren't too great. You can see they're really kind of grainy, and all the footage from this, none of it was color corrected or color graded in any way. Of course, the second underwater scene, the water was so murky in the river that you couldn't see anything. At least on the first day that we went there, it was clear. It hadn't rained in a while, so it was water was really pretty low that day. But you could see the rocks and all the algae and everything kind of in the bottom of the river there, and that shallow part. But I don't know. Comparing it to what I've seen from the GoPros, GoPro maybe might look a little bit better. Sound on them both is not great. I didn't increase the sound in this in any way when I was recording on it. But you're looking at a price difference of like $80, or a price of this for $80. That's $170 cheaper than the newest GoPro out. So that's pretty awesome, because a Hero 5 is $250. And the new Hero 6 is $300, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, the pictures, like I said, didn't look good, but this isn't something that you want to take pictures with. It's to take in the river, take swimming, take hiking, take on your mountain bike and mount it. It's to record cool video, go skating, whatever. So I think the footage looks really good, and the one scene I thought looked really good. I just kind of sat it down on the tripod and on the train tracks, and my son walked by it. I know there was a couple of sequences like that, but you could definitely tell which this was, because it wasn't cinematic in any way, and it looked good, I thought. But that's me. But in the end, I think if you don't want to spend the money on a GoPro, if you're like me and you kind of like cheaper alternatives to really nice things, the Aukey action camera is awesome. I think I'm going to use this quite a bit, especially this summer. I'll maybe upload a video. Me and my buddy Tom will go mountain biking. Maybe I can put this on there and we can go down towards Maryland to one of the mountains and take that out. So should be fun, but $69.99 on Amazon, on Aukey's official website or web store, is an awesome deal. I'll link it below and you can check it out for yourself if you haven't already. But yeah, definitely a solid purchase and I recommend it. So until the next video, sometime soon, I'll see you.